eyes in the world. Father and mother wait for my.
How old do you think you were when you wanted to come to the US? You know, because for me, I don't think I wanted to come to the US until I was. You broke my bone.
Where did it come from?
Oops. That revenge. Ayoko.
Look, bats flying down.
Hey. Yeah, for me, I think when I was in 12th grade, that's when I wanted to come to the US.
For me, I feel I always wanted to come to the United States. I knew it like a long time ago. I just knew. Well, my thing was not like I want to go to America specifically. I knew Boston was a place, so I definitely wanted to go Boston. But my goal was to get out of Nepal. I mean, nothing bad or anything. You know, it's just like I just didn't want to stay in the same country. I just wanted to be independent.
Yeah. And like, it's not that our country is bad, right? I think the society makes us think so.
Yeah, totally. It's the society. Yes.
Like our neighbors, and then it's
sometimes our family too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like cousins who are same age as you?
No, I don't think so. I think well, I do, but they didn't live near me. So most of my relatives are back in the village, and the cousins that are in the city are younger than me. So I barely used to, hang out with them. And how kids are. They're cute, but
annoying sometimes.
Yeah. How about you?
I actually have a lot of cousins around same age. I think most of us are. Yeah. Most of us are like around 3 or 4 years different, so like 1 or 2, some even 6 months. So we had a lot of friends, cousins, like when we grew up with, but same time having fun, as well as it came with a lot of comparison, so it was easier for our parents to compare. Whatnot. It was kind of like I never liked the comparing stuff. Well, maybe because I was not the sharpest of all of them, but I feel like that was kind of also the reason why I wanted to prove my parents, that's why I came here as well.
No, I felt that comparison part, like trying to live up to parents' expectation or stuff like that.
I think like out of all of us sisters, there's only one other. No, there's actually 2 people who went to India. And then there was, I even considered going to India for there was one, I have one brother who went to Thailand. Then there is our oldest sister. She's a little older than everybody. She went to Australia. Well, she's settled in Australia now, but but I don't know why, but I never, you know what, I knew I wanted to go abroad, but I knew I didn't want to go to Australia.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I think it's because I was trying to stay away from my family. I wanted to move away and do something of my own without anybody's help or anything.
Independent.
Yeah, because in Australia, I have a cousin in Australia, and I have a lot of family members there. So I guess that's why I wanted to not go there. No offense, Australia. I was considering New Zealand, but not Australia.
Oh, so what were your other options besides US?
Mine was, US was my first choice, and then there was Scotland. It was because I have an autistic cousin who, like in their school, like Autism Nepal was providing this like a course or something that you had to go to Scotland for 4 years, study, and then come back. But it was like a contract thing, which did not work out for me. So I was like, no, that wasn't like fixed or anything. We were just talking about it, but that was an option. What about you? Did you consider anywhere else?
Yeah, I think, growing up, my parents, like my dad, after like high school, after the 12th grade, he wanted me to try, either government job or like be a CPA. And then he was like, why don't you try like applying to India for like being a CPA? And then I was researching some of the schools there, and I did find out about the school in Germany, so I think called Jacobs University. I got in, but I had to do a foundational year while paying the tuition.
What's a foundational year?
It's like they prepare you to go to the university. So like,
Oh,
you know,
is
the
it
gap
because
year.
like a different language? Is
Yeah.
that why?
Yeah, and I took a gap year too. That's why. But yeah, Germany and India were my options, backup options. About that, like, what did your parents wanted you to be when you grew up?
My mom wanted me to be a nurse. I think everybody in my family knows that. She wanted me to be a nurse. I even tried it. I tried going to medical assistant, finished it, worked as well for a couple months. Hated every part of it. Was not for me. Definitely not for me. I can't.
Yeah, when did you work at?
I work in, it wasn't Kaiser, it was like a clinic in San Jose. It was my externship and I continued for a minute. Did not like it. It wasn't for me at all. I cannot do that.
I didn't know that. And then you switched to business, right? But you switched to business either.
Yeah. I know that medical assistant. Well, I don't know about nursing. I mean, nursing is totally different than medical assistant. But medical assistant is not something that I want to do like every day.
Is it just like assistant for like medical stuff?
Yeah. Or taking blood pressure, sometimes like blood work. I don't know. I didn't find it. It wasn't like, I don't know what I didn't like about it. It wasn't like challenging enough, I guess. I thought it was going to be like more challenging, some kind of. I could have continued, but I don't know. It's just the whole, I didn't like it. Not for me.
Didn't speak to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Was there anything that you tried but then didn't work out for you? Or like you hate it, kind of?
I think. No. Well, I did this part-time job, you know, as like assistant, like a desk job, you know, administrative assistant. And after getting my associates in Texas, I did a year like OPT. And I thought, you know, like being, you know, a desk job girl, you know, like going to work in the office 9 to 5 would be cool. But then no, I didn't like it at all. I didn't hate it. Like my supervisor and my boss was super cool. They're from India and they were like super nice. And I had a friend. And the work was fun, but you know, like it just didn't sit well with me, like the 9 to 5 thing in the office. So yeah.
So would you like, if you got an opportunity to work 9 to 5 again, would you do it?
I mean, it depends on the company and the position. Like if I really like what I'm doing, like, you know, the nonprofit that I work for.
Yeah.
I mean, some people do get like stressed out or, you know, drained, but you know, it's like, I think you need to have a balance, right? So I think I would, but part-time is okay, I think.
Not a full-time job.
How about
I mean, if you're doing something of your own as well at the same time, maybe
oh, okay.
yes. But honestly, I not just like 9 to 5 or like full-time, part-time. I don't think I want to work for anybody.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, okay. Did you ever do like A levels back home?
No, I did +2. My sister actually did A levels. Did you do A levels?
No, but I had a friend who did A levels and then he skipped a whole semester.
Yeah, Sohail too. They did A levels. You know, there's like I think I've told you before too, but there's this story behind A levels in my family. So when my sister did it, A levels was like a very new thing that came to America, right? I mean, sorry, came to Nepal. It was such a new thing, and then when she said she wanted to do A levels, a lot of people, especially my family, it was like, no, you shouldn't do A levels. It's only for people who are trying to go outside. This, you know, all sort of like negative. It's something. First of all, it's something new, right?
Yeah.
And rather than like, you know, just being like okay or anything, you know, like let's try it out. They were like, no, A levels is bad. This person said this, and all, you know. Yeah, there was like always that thing going on.
Someone to say something.
Yeah, but my sister did end up like doing A levels. She finished up and everything, which worked out great. But then if I had an opportunity right now, I would definitely do it. I feel like I didn't do it just because the people. Yeah, it wasn't really big when our time, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was
Yeah.
as big as, you know, because not a lot of people or like students were coming to the US, but I think more and more students are coming
Yeah.
here. And you know, education system is getting so advanced.
Yeah.
I don't know why people put so emphasis in like grades and, you know, distinction, percentage. Like we were talking about how after SLC, you know, all of my friends and then parents used to be like, oh yeah, they got this much percentage, they got that much percentage. I don't know.
And you know, the funny thing is now their kids are also doing A-levels. That's like,
Kids?
like their kids, whoever told my sister like
okay,
not to do it, you know, put all those unnecessary effort in putting up bad information about A-levels, but now their kids are doing it. So it's like, okay, so it's okay when your kid do it, and then, you know,
Hypocrite?
yeah.
Totally get you.
I guess they were looking at good side. It was new. I mean, I agree it was something new that they didn't know about it, but I feel like at that point they should have did more research on it rather than, you know, just telling people, or like just say if you don't know about it, just say you don't know about it, you know, never heard about that stuff, or, you know, well, there was no point that it was not necessary for them to, you know, bring it down for any reason.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like.
That's why we were trying to not escape, you know, that's why we
Yeah.
came here to be free.
Yeah, I just wanted to prove people wrong, I guess. Not any specific person like this or that. It was like, so a lot of, almost all of my cousins, they do better than me in school.
Don't say
Right?
that.
No, it's
you-
true.
it's
I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. They're good
Yeah.
in like the book. They're really good with that. So it was like,
Nerdy.
yeah, I've never been that person, you know. So it was like I needed to prove myself that I was like capable, you know. So at one point, like going abroad was
The only option?
was the only way to prove that I'm capable. I don't know. That's what in my head it was. Because it was difficult to go to United States.
Yeah,
you know?
it's still
people
difficult.
people were getting visa left and right for Australia, but not for USA.
US,
Remember? So that was the time I was like, okay, I need to get a visa.
Show
USA.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still keep in touch with your cousins?
I do, yeah. We're really we're not like close, but we're pretty close. We talk here and there, like at least once a year. We know what's happening. I mean, we grew up around same age, so we're very cool. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, no hard
hard
feelings against anyone, you know. I had like the best childhood with them, honestly. So definitely not.
Oh yeah, and then, you know, I think we want to talk about like how we are unpacking our childhood trauma. But I mean, I think that's a sensitive topic because whenever I bring it up to my other friends, are like, trauma? What are you talking about, right?
Yeah.
But I heard in a podcast that even if you had a really good childhood, which we did, right? We're really blessed and privileged and grateful for our parents. You can still have like trauma. So
Yeah.
how would you say like you're trying to unpack that?
I don't necessarily think I'm doing anything to unpack. Honestly, what's there is already there. But I did tell my parents, like, you guys shouldn't be comparing and stuff. You know, that doesn't sit right with everybody. They were just like, oh, you just listen and then let it go, you know, blah, blah. But not everybody's gonna be same. So some people are gonna fold, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm that person, but
I used to take this.
but they know about it. Yeah. I mean, have you? What do you do like about your childhood traumas? Have you tried working on it, or like you just let it go?
I think when I first moved to the States,
You messed up, huh?
I messed up.
You messed up. Why did you touch it? Okay.
I used to just push it away, but now I'm trying to work it, like do the shadow work, you know. So, and I realize a lot of things we have to unlearn, and especially it comes in like relationship, like friendship, when we're doing something like we had our conversation with Ariana, and you know how we are wired to be competitive, like in academics or in sports and something. So we try to beat the shit out of ourselves, right?
I don't know why people in Nepal, they make education like the main and the only thing that exists.
I don't know.
I don't know. Not that I was like super good in other activities, but you know, but still.
Yeah,
You know.
I I know. I feel like my parents wanted me to succeed, academically. So like all I did was all of my middle school, childhood, like focus on academics. And then when people hear like I don't know how to swim, I'm like I didn't learn how to swim. But if I had stepped out of my comfort zone, like learned, there's a bunch of opportunities, even though Nepal is a landlocked country. But yeah, even that, and then learning how to ride a bicycle or like being good in sports, right? I'm good at a couple sports.
Okay, so in that case, I feel my parents were pretty open about it. I went to what is that called? I went to winter camp and summer camp every year.
Wow.
They sent me every year. That was so we did. Yeah, I did a little bit of stuff. I guess maybe that's like maybe because Dinya wasn't the best with academics.
No. Do like any extra activities like this, because I know a lot of kids here they do this kind of stuff, right? And my childhood was not like this, we didn't used to have like cookie banaune aaj garna la hai so like
there was no cookie banaune.
Right? Yeah.
It is actually very my mom is actually very much my mom's actually very into like making different kind of cake, fruit. I don't know. She makes like weird stuff, like sil banaune and all. Sometimes here and there. I know she likes to do that. So yes, a little bit over there. I was mostly. I went to taekwondo class.
You did?
Yeah, I was in swimming. What else did I do? Art class, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the art class.
Art class.
So we can talk about that, yeah. And what else did I do? I think that was it. I was mostly during winter vacations and stuff. My parents used to send me to volunteer in Bal Mandir, the orphanage. Bal Mandir.
SOS?
No, Bal Mandir. It's called Bal Mandir.
Bhaktapur?
I don't know.
I think it's in Bhaktapur. Damn, you did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, every winter vacation we used to go there.
Wow.
So we used to volunteer. What else do we do?
That's nice, man.
What did you do in winter vacation?
Winter vacation. What's the name? Was this?
Yeah, we had winter vacation. Almost for a month.
Like after the say? Oh no! I didn't do nothing.
After the saying, yes.
I didn't do nothing. Sometimes I was in Scout. I remember.
Scout.
Yeah.
My sister was in Scout.
Yeah. So we used to go camping.
Okay.
So I think that was the fun stuff. Now I remember. See, like I don't get how people remember. Oh yeah, I did this in 7th grade. I did this in.
I don't
6th
remember
grade.
like
I don't
exactly
remember.
what year it was. But...
So when you talk about it, like I was like, oh, you're the subconscious mind. It just lights up. But I did Scout. But I was really soji, very like good girl. Yeah. But we used to do Scout, or if not, then we used to have like our aunts and uncle over and do like a momo party.
Oh yeah.
Gathering.
Every time my fufu around me, it's always like big party because I have three fufus and they have their kids, so it's like a big family. So it used to be fun. And me and one of my Miley fufu have like same birthday, so it's like a must do momo party. Okay? It used to be fun.
Oh yeah, wait. Fupu means your dad's
Mimi.
sister.
Yes.
So your dad was the oldest?
No, my dad's oldest.
My dad was the youngest.
Youngest?
Wow. Look at this part.
What was your hobby when you were a child, I guess?
My hobby? Okay. So I think in 5th grade, I got into K-pop.
K-pop? Okay. K-pop's a hobby?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was learning Korean.
Wow.
I was doing like dances. So we have, we did like this group dance. What's it called? Flash mob.
Oh my god, Basantapur area.
No, in Kathmandu Mall.
Okay.
Kathmandu Mall. Okay, something mall by Ratna Park. So we did that. So I didn't know how to dance back then, but like I used to learn Korean. I used to watch Korean dramas. I tried reading like Nepali books, Karnali Blues,
Pulpasa
Cafe. And then I used to do like speech or debate. I was really into like public speaking. Yeah. like being really motivational. I don't know. I think that was my hobby.
Really?
Yeah. And then helping mom with like, my mom used to do tupak knit and then like make bracelets. So I used to help her with that. What the hell, bro? Get off me! How about you?
I used to draw a lot. I used to sketch. Shading was my best thing. Watercolor I didn't do really good with. Acrylics was okay. Crayons were okay. Just the watercolor I didn't
You didn't
do
like
good
it?
with.
So you were an artist.
I was. And then one day, well, not one day, but I just like stopped doing it after. With your cousins still?
No, I don't think so. I barely keep in touch with my school friends. Yeah, so I think we just kind of drifted apart, and I was not really close with my cousins, and because I think we lived in different cities. Yeah, and we were doing different things. So I think and most of my cousins now, they're like in high school or like in college. Well, I do keep in touch with them, but my older ones, I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah.
So how was like you said they were a different age, right? But there were people who were the same age back in the other city.
Yeah.
So was it like comparing and comparison going on, or
My parents, no. I think they mostly used to compare me with
your sister?
your sister, my sister, like friends or neighbors' kids. Like Panagosarli, like you were talking about that. Yeah. But like they used to compare me with the toppers.
Oh
in the
yes.
class. Yeah. Oh, look what she's doing. Oh, look what he's doing. And I think that made me really, competitive in terms of academics, but not in terms of. I mean, I still have like competitive mindset, but not to the extreme level, because I know some of our friends were really competitive and they didn't used to share notes, they didn't used to do anything, so not in that way, but I think I'm unlearning that, and also
I think like the comparing, it can go like actually both ways. Like you said, like you became more competitive, whereas for me, I took another turn. I think like it just makes me feel like your parents don't have enough, like, how do you say it, like hope, or like like they don't trust you, like they can do it, like you can do it, so you just lose your hope for me. I don't think it makes me more competitive at all. No, even though it makes me look like I would be competitive only to make the other person look more bad. If that makes sense,
I think that's a coping mechanism.
So I hated that. I hate that comparing stuff, like
me too.
Like you always have to be the first one to do this, you always have to do this, like no you don't. Like there's always someone who's gonna be first, so.
And like, why didn't you do this, why didn't you have the brains for
it,
if you had studied harder for this, maybe you would have gotten it, like that.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I know. And I think that goes the same with like
but no hate feelings or anything with parents either. It's their first time doing it too, right? So but it's like you don't get a second chance on that, so.
I know. I think we should do a separate episode about like unpacking generational trauma, because we're first generation immigrants and it's hard. It's tough, right? I mean, I didn't have anyone to like say, oh yeah, do this in college, do this, open this credit card, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this. We're just kind of like open, but
you're free.
You're free.
So sometimes you become just way too free,
like
right?
careless.
Like you're so free that you just start losing the direction where you're going. So you're just like all over the place, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I realized that we already know what we have to do, but we just need someone to hold ourselves accountable or like guide us, you know.
Yeah, and then like being a first generation too, there's like this always back of head, like what if you mess up, you know, like because there's no one else who has done it before, so if you mess up, it's gonna be on you, right?
Yeah.
So.
And you know, yeah, our parents are like, yeah, you're the first one in the family, you should do it right. Like they make you think, oh yeah, I shouldn't make any mistakes, you know.
But I like those challenges, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing easy. I know.
Yeah, our parents do trust us because they send us all the way over here. Like, you know, that's because they trust us.
Yeah. Well, my dad was shocked, but yeah, he supported me, and if they wouldn't have supported me like financially for the first, you know, couple
first semester, especially.
Yeah. We were doing 2 years. Really good.
Yeah. How was your Father's Day? Did you call him?
Yeah, I did. I was they did something, and then they sent me a picture. You know how in our Newari culture we have to do like a shagun thing, so they did it, and then they always keep my part, you know, like
for me too.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, and I always tell them, yeah, I'll come eat it when I visit you guys.
Yeah, so I get less now because my sister married to non-Newar, so they celebrate it a little bit differently. So
how do they celebrate?
I don't know how they celebrate it. They celebrate it a little bit different though.
Interesting. I don't know.
But yeah, those used to be so fun, right? Coming back from school and then, right? The fruity juice.
Yeah, the fruity juice.
So the chips.
Even though it was unhealthy.
Yeah. It was really fun though.
Yeah. Are you planning to go back visit home sometime soon?
Not right now. I haven't like thought about it, to be honest.
But it's so fun, right? Like when you're in Nepal and then you're like, oh yeah, this is really normal for us, like our culture. But then when you're here, like you miss the culture. Does it happen to you like when sometimes like your non-Nepalese friends ask you to describe something? So for example, like if does say describe any cultural festival, I find it hard to describe it to them because I can't find the words.
Yeah.
Do you have that same thought process, or it's just me?
No, I do too. Yeah, I struggle with words sometimes. Yeah, like you can explain a word, but like there's a feeling that come alongside, like while you're telling them, but that's something that you cannot express unless you're telling another Nepali, right, from a different like thing. So
yeah, but I do miss like getting to sit together with like family, and then because right now it's Tej, right?
Tej, yeah.
You have Mendi on. Yeah, but this is our final product. Oh, I know it looks messy. It was really good in camera though, actually.
This is a real example of like, don't overdo it.
Would you guys eat it?
I'd eat the ghost.